84, and we have the magic weekend for the Engage Super League. All 14 clubs playing in 7 fixtures across the entire weekend here at Murrayfield in Edinburgh, Scotland. And Harlequins are ahead by 15 points to nil at half-time against Hull FC. Another big shock possibly is on the way. Is it a late and unexpected bid by Harlequins for the top 8? Back to the commentary, Steve O'Paul and Ben Pro.
Well, does anyone want 5th place in this season's Super League, Eddie? Bradford had it before kick-off. Hull knew that victory here would put them 5th, but they have a huge amount of work to do from 15-0 down, as Harlequins have produced the second outstanding 40-minute display in successive games, following that performance in the second half at Wigan. Harlequins will have the possession in the early stage of the second half, and Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook took the first hit up. Sharp is driven back. A good tackle from Willie Manu, but they really need something, Hull, someone to put their hand up and show some leadership in this second half to get back into this game quickly.
Certainly right there, Ben, and I must say that Richard Agar really should have torn strips off them, made sure there was it was all panic in that first 40 minutes. They've got to settle down, try to get into some sort of rhythm, something that they failed to do in the first half. So let's give a lot of credit to the ability of the Harlequins in their defence.
McCarthy-Scarsbrook wanted some urgency there, wanted the ball played quicker. It comes in from Randall, taken on the full by Tanzi, and Tanzi leaping away.
Well, that's the first poor kick that we've seen from Randall. He was excellent in the first 40, got everything down. There's a player receiving treatment way back downfield. Hull look as though they're down to only 12. I can't quite see who it is.
Richard Horne's the injured player for Hull. Could be a big blow for Richard Agar's men. Eddie was talking about the amount of people on the sideline already. They have got a penalty here, though, interference from Oliver Wilkes.
Well, just messing around. You can see he just had a second go at it, and there's the problem with Richard Horne. Maybe got a poke in the eye or something, but
try and get in the back line, Richard.
It certainly looks affected.
He does look the worst for wear, Mike, and it's a worrying sign for Hull FC. They've not had much good ball at all in this game. They're in the right area of the field, and their main player just looks a little bit shaken at the moment.
It's a bit tiny around the ruck.
Well, Horne with the injury, but Hull have a sight on the Harlequins try line here. O'Mealy down by Tomato.
Ben, you'd have to sort of say that you know, Hull could not play as bad as what they did in the first half. So this is a great opportunity. Good work by the hooker, Houghton again.
Quick play the ball from Moore as well. Turner finds Tanzi. Jordan's combining there. 5 metres away from that Harlequins line. They hardly had any possession like this in this position in the first half, and Manu trying to go over. Held up though.
Take it out for 4.
3 of them in there to prevent Willie Manu reaching out and trying to touch that ball down. The tackle count though will continue.
And again, great defence. He scrambled back, did the Quins. They had to as well, but that would have lifted the spirits of Richard Agar, the Hull coach. At least they looked a little bit livelier there. Manu, he's got to be the danger man for it.
Last one
and
coming
he's lost it.
And Harlequins have it back. Radford lost it. Side from Richard Agar. Frustration from Radford.
Well, they get themselves into a very good position, and then Radford just loses control. Was there any interference by McCarthy-Scarsbrook? No.
Well, even Mike, if there's a stray finger just brushing across it somewhere there in disguise, you've a right to keep hold of the ball. Field position at the minute for Hull FC is like gold dust. You've got to protect it. You know, their key pivots then were in position in Turner, in Horne, and Danny Washbrook. And again, a set-up play which should allow good shape simply goes away from them.
Tony Clubb plays the ball. This is Wilkes. Wilkes with a great offload now for Gale. And Luke Gale eventually grounded. A live wire Luke Gale from a Doncaster player, of course, under Ellery Hanley. Now Melly, tracked by a combination there of O'Mealy and Houghton. Randall's pass. McCarthy-Scarsbrook under that challenge from Richard Horne, who's
Wait.
happy to say back in the thick of things again, following that eye problem.
5, move!
Last one coming up for Harlequins. They use the short side and Randall is there. Swallowed up though.
Well, it wasn't the best from Chad Randall. They really needed deep depth with that kick right down into the corner. It just ricocheted away. But can Hull find a way to get through this solid defence? It's been good hard work there by the captain, Mark O'Mealy, but they really need good support play as well.
Richard Horne drops the ball off for Washbrook.
So here's the gamble now for Hull FC. Do they really need to score on this set, or are they going to have enough patience not to push that 60-40 pass and just stay at this end of the field and build some pressure?
Manu threw the pass. Yeaman did brilliantly to collect it. Still going, flings the ball back via Briscoe. And Harlequins have it back. They didn't have the patience and they could pay the penalty. Here is Tamata.
He's had a big game as well. It's been difficult to get down all the time, but again, you've got to go back to the fact that the black and whites they're panicking every time. Oh, what support play that is.
Oh, with a great pass to Melling. This is Kevin Penny. More sensational handling from Harlequins.
They've got them out on that left-hand side and they're going that way. Oh, that's good work.
Brilliant play from Craig Hall there. Real urgency to get into the face of Chad Randall. Oh, Gale. Dawn gets the pass away. Penny immediately hauls it again, getting through a ton of work in that Hull rear guard, and Hull have got it back in the shape of Hall. Brian Carney was listening intently as the coaches delivered those crucial half-time words. What was he saying, Brian?
Well, very simple message coming from Brian McDermott. Put a good finish on your sets. You've had plenty of ball. Put a good finish, put a good kick in, and be prepared to defend in this game. Enjoy the fact that you'll have to defend. The message from Richard Agar is, put a bit of sting in your tackle. They're coming through a bit too easily. Put a sting and obviously cut out these silly errors.
And again, they've lost it, trying to force the pass. More anguish on the face of Richard Agar. They really are not at the races, I'm afraid, of the black and whites today.
The message might lost in translation somewhere from that half-time stripping down in the dressing room to what we're seeing now. They simply can't complete a set. So there's bodies in the tackle and you're trying to offload it. Whether there's a loose hand in there or not, it's almost impossible to see, but you're duty bound to keep hold of the ball and give yourself a chance.
Well, you used the key word in the studio at half-time, I think, Paul, completion. And that's what Hull aren't doing, and that's why it's Harlequins who are dominating the early stages of this second half, just as they did that first 40. Will Sharp takes a couple of tacklers with him, drives another 10 metres forward towards those Hull posts again. Last one coming up for Brian McDermott's men.
Get some height on this.
Randall does just that. It's a crossfield kick, testing Jordan Tansey. Did really well there, the former Leeds man.
Go.
There's Whiting.
Great take it had to be as well, Jordan Tansey.
Looking to the referee then, Mike, to see whether he was tackled fractionally with his feet off the floor. But again, from the Harlequins, what have they done? Completed. Big wind at the back. They put the ball in the air. It took a massive attempt from the Hull fullback to bring that down. It could have gone anywhere.
Another silly penalty. And this could be just what Hull need. They certainly need some injection. So much the pace. A little down in my mind that Chris Melling was holding the man down. And that's not the best kick. They are facing this pretty strong wind. Not that it takes too much effect because it's in this enclosed stadium. But it will be an advantage in the kicking stakes, especially late in the game for Orne. They've lost possession yet again of Hull. That was great defence.
Richard Horne can't take O'Mealy's pass, and Harlequins back in possession again. Danny Orr. Danny Ward now.
Move! Go.
Purdom attacking from deep. Can't get the offload away. There's a couple in there. Jordan Turner among them. Manu in there as well. Danny Orr turns it for Ward.
Third move! Wait.
Patient build up again from Quins. opposite in many ways of how Hull are chasing this game. Harlequins, of course, comfortable on the scoreboard, 15-0. McCarthy scars, but run around with Randall. This is Gale, further back is Dawn, now it's Clubb. And forward from Dawn. More excellent approach from Harlequins.
Just forcing it a little bit too much. It's one thing by being adventurous, but that was a little bit too fancy at a time when they really needed to just camp down there in their opposition, put a good kick into the in-goal area, maybe get another set of 6.
2 things on the scoreboard, Mike, 15 and a 0. One of them's guaranteed for Harlequins, and that's the 15. No one's going to take that away from them. What they have to make sure is that they don't eat into that 0. That's a big plus for them at the moment. They're going to take a gamble, though. If they keep turning over ball like that, at some point, Hull might just do something about it.
Lee Radford in possession for Hull. One of those missing for Harlequins today, Luke Williamson. He was penciled into playing this game, but an injury means he's not taking part. He's missing his first game of the season, and he's on the sideline with Brian.
Mate, what's your thoughts so far on this performance from your team?
Well, not too bad, Brian. Obviously, they're doing well. They completed their sets nicely, and obviously they're scoring more points than at the moment.
And for such a team that's had so much adversity for the start of the season, last week's result and the result so far is good for your club.
Oh, mate, it's always going to happen, to be honest. Not being too cocky, but we've got players back from injury. We're getting the nucleus of our side back, and everyone's sort of working together and showing on the field. Great.
Thanks very much.
And again, we see adventure from the Quins, and they've broken away there. Estes.
Great break from Ryan Estes. Randall trying to continue the movement forward. Here is Danny Orr. What can Harlequins produce here? Purdom still manages to get the offload away. Now it's Kevin Penny. Penny trying to come back the other way. And Penny over for Harlequins. The first try of the second half. Just as in the first half is a Harlequins try. Kevin Penny with it. It's only his second of the season. He's been the lucky charm for this club since his loan move from Warrington. He got a try on his debut against St Helens. He was part of the win at Wigan last week. And now Kevin Penny really puts Harlequins in control in Edinburgh.
Tremendous stuff. Super play. It all came about by a wonderful run. Luke Dawn get the offload, and then watch Estes. Look at him break away. That is very poor defence. Take nothing away from Estes. Got the opportunity, and from that position, Hull were always going to be in trouble. Keeping it alive, the more adventurous side, as certainly showed on the scoreboard. Look at the offloads. It's creeping up all the time. Hesitation from the defence, and Penny said, I'll take the try. Support play has been quite superb by the Quins. This is the best I've seen them play for quite some time. Absolutely sensational play.
And Danny Orr, opportunity now to add 2 more points. Missed that one.
No.
But he will be delighted with how this match is progressing. 19-0, Harlequins ahead now. Kevin Penny with the latest Quins try.
It's amazing, isn't it, Paul, that in regards to the start of the season, we know the Quins were down on numbers, their star players without, but I think the adventure that they've shown today, it's been absolutely brilliant stuff.
They found some confidence from somewhere, Mike, and that might be from exactly what you just mentioned. Senior bodies coming back into the frame, the likes of Kevin Penny. It's a fantastic Philip, a great injection of enthusiasm and skill into this side. And, you know, I don't doubt for 1 second the fitness levels of anyone in black and white. What I will question, however, is what they've got left. They spent all this game giving the ball away, going backwards in defence, and I don't care how good you are with your defence structure, if you're going to give the ball away, you're in trouble. Early part of the season, these were one of the best defensive teams in the competition.
Get your feet. Go.
Harlequins in possession again, Hull defending again, and McCarthy Scarsbrook stumped by a combination there of O'Mealy and Radford. 4 gone for Harlequins. Ward.
Well, the confidence was showing from the Harlequins. Maybe a chip over the top. No, they've gone for length. It's a poor one.
Luke Gale's kick collected by Tansey. Kevin Penny, though, working in defence. Turner. Now Briscoe.
Just look now by play 2 how long it has taken for the Hull players to get behind the ball. That's because they've wasted so much energy defending early on from cheap offloads that just haven't worked for them.
And not only that, they've only gained about 4 metres in 4 play the balls, and you just wonder where they're going to find something in a black and white shirt that can just change this game around. They need something quickly.
Yeoman's offload found Paul McShane.
Back to 6.
And 6 more for Hull as Tony Clubb comes in on Willie Manu.
And did he come in? He absolutely rattled him right in the ribs then. Some strong defence from the Harlequins.
There is the 6 to go. Washbrook thought he'd seen a gap. It was Orr who clung to his ankles there. He worked to find Houghton. This is McShane. That was Tansey. This is Turner.
Danny, with me, wait.
4 tackles gone for Hull FC. Dowes finds Washbrook, and Washbrook through a hole down the centre of the field. What's the support like? Radford is there. Radford chips ahead. Randall tidies up for Quins.
Great work.
Great work from Radford. He's supporting, and then you don't see him kicking very often.
Well, it was the only option, but how good was Randall to read that play? It was beautiful stuff, wasn't it, by Washbrook, made the break, and for once you just thought that maybe the black and whites might get this scoreboard clicking over.
Oh, superb piece of skill from a big man. And what they've done, Mike, they've got to the good end of the field. They've got a repeat set. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first one for Hull FC in the game. Now, can they apply a little bit of patience, a little bit of composure? Can they complete this set? Can they keep building pressure on this Harlequins defence?
Pile driving run from O'Mealy.
Problems for Estes, he's down. He went in awkward into that tackle. Quinn's down at 12. Estes is just trying to get back in the line of defence.
Struggling Ryan Estes. Good opportunity this for Hull FC. Here is Yeoman. Finds Briscoe eventually, and Briscoe scoots away. Good pace from Tom Briscoe. It's Dawn who tried to pinch that ball. He's stolen it in a 2-man tackle, and Hull have the penalty. And they've got over here, Hull FC. Danny Houghton. Well, they needed to score first in this second half, and the pressure told in the end. And Danny Houghton with his first try of Super League 15, and what an important try that could be for the black and whites. Richard Agar a little bit happier, and in the absence of Sean Berrigan, it's Danny Houghton who stands up with a crucial try for Hull FC.
Tremendous stuff, and if there was any man in black and white that fully deserved to score, it was the hooker Danny Houghton. He's moved into a second row position with the likes of Paul McShane coming off the bench. Can he add the extras?
Craig Hall wasn't the best kick. Stays at 4 points for Hull FC. And I'm sure Richard Agar will be delighted that the black and whites are on the board. Thanks to Danny Houghton. Made his whole debut against the Quins back in July 2007.
Beautiful stuff. They took the quick tap, didn't they? Manu provided, and he fully deserves that. He can hold his head up high, and so can Manu. They've been working tirelessly while the rest of his side perhaps have really not hit the high spots, but those two have. He's a talent, this kid, Danny Houghton.
Go Rob.
Yet again, another classic example of playing with a little bit of composure. They've just got to the good side of the field. Harlequins, well, it was their turn to get a little bit rattled. A totally unnecessary penalty given. They crowded around to play the ball, and you never know, Mike, there's been big comebacks in the history of Super League. Can they mount one back? If they're going to get back into this game, it'll be on the back of errors now from Harlequins. A little bit rattled and giving the ball away.
Well, Paul, you talk about comebacks, of course. Harlequins produced the comeback of 2010 at Wigan last week. Is it the bite a bit?
What goes round comes round, Ben, as he's saying. They've got to be very careful because Hull, I'm sure, would have been embarrassed by that 19-0 scoreline, and they're determined to get themselves back into this game.
Here is Washbrook.
I'm going to say this is a matter... Oh, that is a shocker. Well, it has become a bit of a nightmare, hasn't it? He's such a talent, this fella, Jordan Tansey, but well, this is the quick thinking here, and the referee, he blew the whistle. That was quick work. Great stuff from Willie Mano. Put it on to Houghton. I'm just going to make the point that Washbrook, the loose forward, he's getting more and more influential into this game, but they need to quicken the play the ball.
The big thing, Mike, when you have so many senior players missing, that's a Sean Long play. That's what top quality scrum halves do. Come on that second phase, go at the line with a good lead, play off the hips and hit the fullback or a man coming right round the back. Has Danny Washbrook got those skills? He's a loose forward. Has he got those skills to come up with that play?
Go. Mark, come on, you're going to give him space.
Well, this is a time now where the Harlequins really just want to make sure they get possession. That was offloaded well.
Yeah, Wilkes did brilliantly there, and Randall, as ever, sniffing the opportunity, carries Harlequins 20 metres forward. David Howell tries to penetrate that line.
And this is where the Quins need to camp down now. Just control the game. 19 points to 4. They should be able to do that. It's got to be a good kick and chase. Keep the black and whites way down in their own defensive area.
Into the last quarter of this match. Last one coming up for Harlequins. Gale. Dawn with a crossfield kick. Knew exactly what he was going to do there. Taken brilliantly though by Richard Whiting. One of the outstanding performers in this Hull side this season. Signed a 2-year contract extension this week, Richard Whiting.
It was a great take. Good job that Randall just got to him in time.
Danny Houghton continues to take the fight forward, but he's lost possession. Gareth Hewer, to the frustration there of Houghton, awards the knock-on.
Well, I think he might have been helped out by Purdom, but he's got away with it.
Well, I think as a defender, Mike, you've got a right to attack the ball-carrying arm, and as a defender, you are, as a ball carrier, you're duty-bound to get two hands on it and go down, because you know, Hull FC have started poorly and got worse. They can't complete a set of 6 at the minute to save their lives.
Paul, as a coach, does it irritate you to find players actually make the impact into the would-be tackler with the ball-carrying arm? It amazes me.
You're looking for hit and spins, but to do that, you've got to have a little bit of composure and confidence, and Hull just haven't had any at all today. I'll go back to the point I made right at the start of the piece, Mike. They needed a completion, a good long kick, build some pressure. They haven't even tried it, and that's why they're coming unstuck.
That's what Harlequins are doing now, patiently building pressure. Here is Gale. Purdom can't take the pass. Turner tidies up.
Good tackle by Kirk Ewan. He knows it was on for that very short one. It's been a good combination, hasn't it? The likes of Luke Gale, Chad Randall, of course, playing at the scrum half row. Purdom playing on this right-hand side. There's nothing better than to mix it in and around the centre area. But this is where the defence has to be the key now.
They've got to really aim up. You're right, what people like Rob Purdom missed an awful lot of the season and last year, to be fair. He's fit, he's fresh, he's raring to go, he's got a massive point to prove. Just be interested to see now. They were vastly experienced last week of getting a good lead and hanging on in there. Can they repeat that same fact now?
Yeah, Purdom sat out the opening 8 matches.
Well, they do all their hard work, Harlequins, and they've got a good lead on the scoreboard, but if they continue to keep doing this, giving away silly penalties, and again another penalty, well, surely this referee has got to have a word with the captain. I think he's had a quick word with Purdom. Somebody could get 10 minutes into the sin bin if they don't cut this out. Brian McDermott will be, well, he just can't understand what's happening out there.
Great work from Manu, releases Briscoe on this near side. Briscoe is quick. It's a great tackle from Dawn. And Dawn has forced Tom Briscoe into touch. Gets congratulated by his teammates. That was such an important contribution from Luke Dawn.
Oh, superb effort. Just pulled him through. Touch judge in a good position as well.
Mike, I think they've been a touch unfortunate. That ball carrying arm hit the floor then. That tackle was complete. It was a second effort to drag him in. The moment the ball arm touches, the Harlequins player was in attendance. There was a hand on the leg. That tackle was over.
Well, it can go either way, but Brian McDermott, the Harlequins coach, has got to get the message out and say, listen, there's no point in doing all the hard work getting down there and giving away silly penalties.
Right, let's go. Get in, Jordan.
Briscoe, 5 tries in his last 3, and included 4 in the defeat at Leeds. Got Dodds on there.
First, move.
There's a little bit of a wobble from the Harlequins in terms of discipline in defence. Just gives you a little bit of hope if you're a Hull FC fan. You know, there's only 16 minutes gone of the second half so far. 15 points adrift on the scoreboard. It's very well doable if they keep tossing the ball over, Mike, to Hull FC. If they keep erring in defence, unnecessary penalties, you never know, they might come back and get them.
Well, there's still plenty of time, that is for sure.
Wilkes takes the ball up there. Big weekend for Oliver Wilkes as Purnham continues. It's his 30th birthday tomorrow, and a proud Scotsman. 8 Scottish caps will just love playing in this stadium. And if they continue and hold on for this win, it's a perfect weekend for Oliver Wilkes.
Now, discipline has to be the key for the Quins, and I think he's lost it. He's given another penalty, has he? Touch judge is on.
There you go, Jordan. Time go.
Problem for Whiting as well in the meantime.
Whiting's hand when you're on the floor. Yeah.
Howell.
Oh, yeah. Where?
Well, he's claiming that Howell has stood on his hand. Whether that was deliberate or not, we'll have to wait and see. Well, there's Howell getting... Well, I don't think that was... I think that was accidental, surely.
We're going to get a penalty. We've got to get it sorted, all right?
Well, Whiting
Jordan, every time I
holding his
decision, you know,
left wrist.
Get a grip, all right?
Well, it certainly wasn't intentional, and okay, well spotted. We can do without that, but it didn't as though he stamped on him or anything. But yet again, now talk about offering up an opposition a chance to win this game, and that's another penalty. Deary me today.
I think you're quite right, Mike, with what you said before. Yes, you know, at some point Gareth Hewitt is going to run out of patience, and the fact is, on the maturity of these penalties, they're all different.
Someone's going in the sin bin.
It's all interference, but they are just pushing it too far too far.
Well, is there hands in there? It's hard to say, isn't it? But either way,
let's have discipline, lads.
Well, Gareth Hewitt mentioned there too, Rob Purdon, that the next one is in the bin. Sam Moa now for Hull FC. It's gifted them some good field position again, these penalties from Harlequins. Ball over the top to find Tom Briscoe from Tansey. Briscoe can't beat Luke Dawn though. Tansey again. Manu. Good offload round the corner to Briscoe.
Good work by Kevin Penny. He just trailed the man, Briscoe. He got to his shoulders very quick.
Inching closer, Hull FC. Ball back on the inside from Washbrook for Yeeman. That was Tansey, Washbrook, Turner, Hall. Could have been an overlap for Whiting. The ball doesn't find him, and Harlequins have possession again.
Well, a golden opportunity is Gareth Hewitt, the referee, has certainly brought his whistle to town. That is for sure.
I think
this was great defence, though, wasn't it? Did he come off a Harlequins player? I think you might have found that he came off Will Sharp.
Craig Hall said something to Gareth Hewitt. That's what the penalty was for, and that will not improve the mood of Richard Agar.
No, I'm sure not, because the referee had warned. I'm sure it was Turner. He'd warned him on the previous set. Every time something goes wrong, Hull players are in his face, and he just about lost a little bit of patience. But you've got to credit the defence then from Will Sharp on that left wing. There's the big decision. Do I stay out and try and tackle my winger, and he might just pass and go through me, or do I come in hard? If I miss him, it's a certain score. He's come in and he's worked really hard on Craig Hall.
Huge missed tackle count mounting for Hull FC, 20 missed tackles. Here is Randall.
Bit of a problem for the half-back standoff, Luke Gale. He's not 100%, but it looks like they're going to be kicking into the corner for Kevin Penny, are they?
Last one coming up. Purdham has it. It's a kick looking for the in-goal area, and Penny is there. Pushed into touch by Tansey.
Well, it was a great option. Purdham knew exactly that this guy has the speed. And boy, he got there first. What a wonderful option.
And Harlequins do have an awful lot of good kicking options. It was Chad Randall very early on in the game that was setting the standards. We've seen Luke Gale, we've seen Danny Orr kick, and also Rob Purdham. So they're pretty difficult to read. They've got good shape when they get into good ball, and they're coming up with good kicks.
Good push from the scrum as well, but Hull hold on, and Turner had it. Remember, this is the second of 4 live games today on Sky Sports. Salford Warrington follows at 5 o'clock, and then it's Leeds against Wakefield following that at 7, all on Sky Sports HD4 and Sky Sports 4. That's channel 454 HD4, by the way. Paul McShane for Hull.
Now, discipline has to be the key for Harlequins. Remember, 5 penalties on the trot they've given away. Now then, what can the black and whites do? They've got to do something different. It's a kick from the dummy half from Jordan Tansey. It's a poor one, though, right down the throat of the winger.
Harlequins will start this set almost on their own 40-metre line, thanks to a good run from Sharp and good pressure on the kicker. Here is Club. Wrestled to the ground.
I thought that was a real defining set there from the Harlequins. You're quite right, Mike, there's about 11-12 minutes left on the clock. The referee has warned them constantly, the next one's in the bin. They couldn't afford to give any kind of penalty away whatsoever on that set, and they held the nerve.
Forward pass to Randall as Harlequins threatened to cut loose again. Luke Gale it was.
It looked very close, didn't he? But I think you'd have to say that Luke Gale, it is forward. But the support play, I give them credit for that, and it was Randall. It was having a wow of a game. They really have produced some wonderful, wonderful touches of rugby league of the Quins.
He was nearly there, Mike, wasn't he, Luke Gale? He'd actually forced his way, a little poke through the line, got his hands free, just couldn't get that grip on the ball to send it backwards.
It's going to be another, or is it going to be another very famous win at Murrayfield for Brian McDermott?
Well, Hull have got to do something different. Maybe they chip over the top, and there's been ruthless defence, especially down the middle. They've made many clean breaks of the black and whites today.
It's a good question, Mike. How do they go with their tactics? Now, I actually think my call earlier on for patience, we're now well past that hour. That's gone. You've now got to come up with something special. You've got to win your collision. You've got to get your arms free, and you've got to come up with good offloads. That'll help their cause.
Danny Orr raising his hand to acknowledge the error. High shot there has given Hull a good opportunity here inside the last 10 minutes.
And they'll be nervous 10 minutes as well, Ben, because the way that Hull, all of a sudden, they seem to say, hey, come on, we might have a chance here. Quick try.
McShane. Washbrook. Now Turner tries to come back the other way. Tamata clings on. 5 metres away from that try line. Burnett. Flicked out the back door for Radford. This is Tansey. Now Hall. And Hall has put the ball down. David Howell snaffles possession back for Harlequins, and a great blindside run just rubs salt into the wound from Chad Randall.
He's had a tremendous game. He's been the organiser, especially in the first half. That's got them in a good position.
Counter punch this from Harlequins, and
here's Penny.
Or punches the ball forward for Kevin Penny. It's Penny against Tansey. Penny kicks ahead, and so unfortunate there. Tom Briscoe with him all the way. Great work from Briscoe, the England man, but Kevin Penny so close.
Great work from Danny Orr. when you've got one of the fastest players in Super League in your side, you've got to utilise him, and boy, wouldn't that have been a great try. Tom Briscoe come to the rescue. It'd be a dropout right underneath the sticks. But the quick thinking from Danny Orr, boy, hasn't he materialised into a wonderful hooker.
Superb piece of play all the way around. Did you just see how Kevin Penny came onto that when Orr picked the ball up, then just stopped and stuttered, wasn't from an off-side position, and then just accelerated, came right out of the blocks. He looked like he was on a motorbike. That was absolutely brilliant.
This has been handed upstairs to the video referee Ben Thaler. They're looking to see if a player's been taken out as Kevin Penny chases this kick.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I think it was in the action of trying to get for the ball. Does Briscoe... I think that's fine. If you're running in the same direction, you can utilise your shoulder, and that is exactly what Tom Briscoe has done.
Worth having a look, Mike, but quite clearly everyone's challenging for the ball there. There's nothing malicious or silly involved in that play.
I think you want to know whether it's a dropout or whether it's a tap, and it should be a dropout as far as I'm concerned.
Gareth Hewer looking for the restart.
Well, they're trying to find out who... Now, he definitely kicks it there, Penny, right?
Just see where he jumps from.
They're trying to see whether Penny has actually knocked on.
Now, Briscoe's jumped from the field of play.
I think it's hit Penny on the back and then got into the hands of Briscoe, so this should be a dropout, surely.
Yeah.
Well, we find out now.
Looking for how to restart this game. It is a no try, and the dropout is awarded.
Jump from infield.
Paul, it's so great to see adventurous rugby league, and we've seen that by Harlequins today. It's been superb, but I love to... You know, when they don't have the full-backs in position, Danny Orr knew that.
They've built positions, Mike, where they can now be a little bit adventurous. Again, brilliant play all round, and a great advert for the video referee. We're watching scintillating kicks and the speed of Kevin Penny, and then you've got to try and find out where Tom Briscoe's toe was when he left the floor. It's almost impossible to see that with a naked eye. Great play all round.
Wait. Go.
Tamata, Harlequins maybe still not done here. This is David Williams.
Hold, Mike. Hold, go.
Orr. Gale. Throws the dummy, still going, Gale. Eventually put to ground by Houghton.
Oh, they'll take the two now. I don't think they'll be running for the try.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you?
It was called held. It was a second effort. Harlequins with the penalty.
Well, there's no movement with
they're
the
going
goal.
to do the tap. How's that for confidence? I think I'd have gone for the two.
Well, they've gone for field position. Hull may have had the chance to get the ball back on a short kick-off.
Randall. Dawn.
Move. Hold. Go.
Randall again. Good ball. David Williams. Would have been his first try of Super League. Danny Orr. Luke Gale. Good crossfield kick. Looked at the options just too long. Looking for Penny again. Measured that kick, and unfortunate from Harlequin's point of view. What have Hull FC got left? Here is Burnett.
Fast. Move. Hold.
3 wins from the last 8 before tonight as Moa takes the ball up.
Move. Hold. Go.
Harlequins, or the London side, I should say, about to extend their advantage in meetings between these two. Yeaman holds on.
Go.
McShane, ball round the corner for Manu, trying to smuggle the offload away, can't do it.
Wait.
4 gone for Hull. McShane jumps in again. Turner, Washbrook trying to go through a hole. Tamata it was. Got to him. Last one. The kick from Houghton. Dawn in the right place and steps away from the tackler as well, pulls his shorts up for good measure, and then goes into touch.
Well, it looked classy, but Brian McDermott, the Quins coach, will be furious about that. They really should have just kept possession. That's the vital thing. And he slides over the whitewash.
No need for the showboat and the goose step, Mike. You know, you're up on the scoreboard. There's 5 minutes on the clock. They've done superbly well to defend that set of 6 going backwards. Clean pick-up. Tries to tiptoe around the outside and puts his team under pressure.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. There's times to produce fancy footwork, but there's times when you've got to make sure of possession. And Brian McDermott will be getting the message on. It looks as though he's going to send on Danny Ward. He'll certainly tighten things up, but they've got to defend well now.
Burnett for Hull. McShane, Turner, Tansey, good ball. Yeeman, even better ball for Briscoe. Briscoe is quick. Briscoe is in.
What a great try.
Magnificent work there. It's going to go to the video referee. Breathtaking from Briscoe, but has he got the ball down?
I think so. That is try time, or is it? Boy, as any part of his boot from the left leg, has it touched? I don't think it has. This is an amazing effort. Tom Briscoe, I think, has got this ball down without the left boot touching the whitewash. We'll see clearly here. I think I'd give it. And maybe Brian McDermott would be ruining the fact that they went for the tap ball at the other end of the field rather than going for the easy 2 points. Still plenty of time.
Tom Briscoe waits. This could be a crucial decision, and Briscoe has to try. What a sensational score it was. We saw a couple of magnificent Harlequins tries in the first half in the same corner. And Tom Briscoe, with his 8th try of the season, has maybe put some life into this match in the very late stages. 6 tries in 4 now.
Great work, Kirk Yeeman. One of the few occasions he's made the break, and when he got the half break, got the arm free. This is a wonderful effort. Luke Dawn did everything to try to put him off. Made the contact, put him off balance, but the left boot, what a pass from Yeeman. Bang! Look at this. Oh, tremendous.
Here is the kick from Craig Hall. That goes to the left of that far post. 19 points to 8. A sensational try. Too little, too late, though, surely, for Hull FC. Tom Briscoe, though, showing how deadly he is as a finisher, as a predator. We want to watch the former England Academy man.
And the irony, I'm sure, will not be lost on coach Brian McDermott. It was Luke Dawn who tiptoed into touch and gave the ball away on play 1. There was less sprawling in the in goal as Briscoe touched down.
Well, Hull have given the ball away here, and Harlequins have it back. Club picks out Penny, weaving closer to that Hull line.
Will he move? 2 feet, where?
Turner with the tackle. Luke Gale trying to throw a dummy and go over. Great work from Gale. He knows he scored. Hewer confirms it. And Harlequins confirm 2 points in Edinburgh. Delight for Gale, delight for those Harlequins fans as well. He's been there or thereabouts all the way through this match, a real thorn in the Hull FC side. And now Luke Gale gets his first try of the season.
Well, it came from an error, one of many from the black and whites. And you can see there that Jordan Turner just couldn't control that ball. And from this position, as Ben has already mentioned, he's had a great game as Luke Gale, probably the best he's provided in the Harlequins colours, no doubt in the mind. Good position by the referee, Gareth Hewer, and Luke Gale. He really has given it to the black and whites today. the combination. It's been absolutely wonderful to watch. Dawn, Randall, Luke Gale. The combination has been quite superb.
Danny Orr slots 2 more points over, and margin-wise now this is Harlequins' biggest win this season. We argued, of course, that victory at Wigan last week, a more epic performance, but in terms of numbers, this is the best so far, and Luke Gale has crowned that victory with a well-earned try.
Well, it'll be all smiles now from Brian McDermott, the Queen's coach. He's really injected a lot of enthusiasm back into his side after the poor start to the season because of those many injuries. Well, I must say, Richard Agar, he has a few problems. If there were ever a point, and that's not going to reach it, if there was ever going to be a point where they needed Sean Long back into their ranks, it's certainly within the next couple of weeks, because they've been lost and devoid of ideas.
The restart then doesn't go 10 metres, and so Randall dumps the penalty into touch. Our Harlequins about to twist the tourniquet again. Orr finds Randall, turns it back. That's David Howell.
I've been so impressed with the set pieces that the Harlequins have produced as well. Good combination, people running off the ball. That should be a penalty. It is. He utilised Ben Jones. Ben Jones couldn't do anything about it. And as soon as he went round the back of it, there was always going to be problems. He's not happy. He couldn't help it.
Sam Mower, another effective performance from him, but the damage really done earlier than his arrival. Now Burnett.
It's been a good team effort as well. He will be extremely pleased, and he's every right to be as well, because they've been 17 heroes out there. They really have worked as a unit. The defence has been pretty solid throughout.
Paul found Radford. This is Washbrook, and now Mower flicks the ball out. McShane grabs hold of it. That's the last play, though, of this match, and it's Harlequins who emerge victorious. They were winning 15-0 at half-time. Tries from Randall, Sharp and Dawn. It's the drop goal from Randall. Richard Agar, a disappointed man. They went on in the second half, tries from Penny and Luke Gale, and they've won this one convincingly to follow up that epic win over Wigan. It's finished Hull FC 8, Harlequins 25. Luke Gale, one of the stars of this Harlequins performance. Manu there, and Luke Dawn, Luke Gale, worthy of a great performance here for Harlequins, and we can hear now from one of the stars of that Harlequins performance, Rob Purdom with Brian.
Rob, great result for you. How important was it to build on last week's game at Wigan?
Yeah, it was. We had a good second half performance last week, and this week we tried doing 80 and got a bit messy at times, but we come through in the end.
The defence you showed today, I mean, a late try they got, but you kept them to 4 points for most of the game there. That must have been very pleasing.
Yeah, it was. They broke us a couple of times. Our scramble was awesome, and Luke Gale, David Howell scrambling was sensational.
I'm going to have a word with Luke Gale in a minute. I want to talk to you about a player, Luke Dorn, who's come back into the side. He provides an awful lot for you at full-back.
He does, yeah. He's got speed, and there's no answer to it sometimes. And you're seeing a couple of them tries, he just burnt them for speed, and he never shuts up as well. So he's a good man to have at the back.
And you did 80 minutes, mate. How do you feel?
Yeah, a bit puff, but yeah, it's not too bad today. It's not too warm.
Congratulations, Rob Purdom. We're going to move on to Luke Gale. Luke, congratulations, mate. You got man of the match and £100 to the charity of your choice.
The intensive care unit at St James Hospital just recently been looking after my grandma, so.
Worthy cause. Look, we all know about the difficulties the club faced early on in the year. You're missing players, but things are starting to click now.
Yeah, I mean, last few weeks we've come back to form. How we knew we could play all season. Like you say, we've had a tough time with injuries, and now Dawn's come back, and it gives us a massive boost, and all the players are coming back, and we can only go up from here.
Congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, cheers.
2 games gone, 2 upsets at Magic Weekend here at Murrayfield. Just look at this scoreline here. Hull FC 8, Harlequins 25. Fantastic performance from Harlequins, and well, Terry, the top 8 teams